See, all this fencing material was provided by the Biden administration. Pennies on the dollar, folks. Pennies on the dollar. Hey everybody, welcome back to Poems and Stones. As you can tell, we have winter here. We got a lot of snow, a lot of cold temperatures. So as you could imagine, us as fruit farmers and farmers in general, there's really not a lot that happens on the farm during the winter besides plowing snow and pruning. But today we're gonna be hanging out at the shop. We gotta get some things out of the storage barn here for the mechanics and the shop guys so that they can get to fixing some other things. We're gonna have to go over and dig a big sprayer out of a barn that hasn't been plowed this winter, so that'll be fun. If you guys remember from a couple episodes ago when we were doing our deer fence, we left a certain chunk out that had a pond across it. The water had gone down because of the drought we had this summer, but now it's time to get the fence across that wall. That pond is frozen or not, so that'll be exciting to see as we kind of drag that, walk it across to see if we're gonna fall through or not. So as we're looking around, you can kind of tell that we have stuff stacked from the back all the way to the front with various pieces of equipment. We have our spray trucks in the back. We have 3 or 4 sets of harvesters here. We have a couple mowing tractors, spray tractors. We have our hedging truck, and we have a truck that we're going to convert to a big foliar truck. We're going to add another engine to the back here. We have all of our forklifts. We have shelving. It's a bit of a mess. We got a couple of lawn mowers. So what my goal is I have to dig out a couple conveyors to take inside so we can get the conveyors put back into our catcher that's in the shop. But in order to do that, which they're back here behind this John Deere, I'm going to have to rearrange most of this barn in order to get that done. So that's what we're going to work on today. So what the fun part about this is going to be is we're going to find out if any of this stuff is still going to start. It gets put in here and it runs, but things always have a habit of breaking after they've been sitting. So we're going to fire some of this stuff up. Hopefully it starts, and if not, we're going to have to go get the jump box, potentially my truck, to juice some of these trucks up. But let's find out. First, we're going to get into one of our herbicide trucks. This one's called Slayer, which is pretty much just an old bus. Wow, fired right up. So I'm really not worried about most of this stuff starting. The big tractor should fire up. These 2 John Deeres, we just redid pretty much this entire tractor this year. It's almost essentially a brand new tractor with all the work we've done to it. The only thing I'm really worried about not starting would be the hedger truck here. We almost always have to jump it in the winter, but we should not have to worry about firing up the rear engine, which is always the one that's harder to get fired up. All right, next we're going to check our 5101. It's in neutral, shifter's in park. Didn't know if that was going to go. Now we're going to do our 5525. Neutral, park. Last but certainly not least is our 2640, one of them. Get the fuel shut off in. So now that we got all those diesels warmed up, it's pretty chilly out today. I think it's just a little bit touched lower than 20 degrees. So we're gonna let those warm up in the barn here. All right, so the first thing to come out is gonna be our 5101. It's attached to our brand new mower. We did a little review of that on the channel. I'll get a card above where you guys can catch a link to that. It's a great high quality Rhino mower. You guys should check that out. And now our 5525. And last, our 2640. Sometimes when we pull things in and out quickly, things don't get organized properly as they should. So what I need to do is move some of these harvesters over in order to maximize the amount of space that we have here. Here's an example. We got to get this catcher moved over. I mean, there's 6 foot of space there that we could be using. This one's already up and running. We want to scoot that over. Part of the reason why we're rearranging the barn is because I need to get this John Deere 4050, which you guys recently saw taken absolutely straight apart, split in half to redo the PTO brake and clutch. It is done, it's in the way, but unfortunately it's blocked in by this tractor we're working on for Great Lakes Packing. This is waiting for a radiator, so what we have to do now is find a way to get this tractor out of this door. We can also do a quick update while we're here about this spray truck we have been working on from time to time. Rear engine mounted, the A-frame's all made. I think none of this was done in the last update that we did. So we have the tensioner, we have our Raven pump system getting ready to go on. This is our head. This will be filled with nozzles. So all the nozzles will go here and here. Is all of our nutrients will come from hoses to these nozzles, and then they will push it with the fan. So what happens is the rear motor powers the squirrel cage. It spins, obviously, and makes air that comes out of this, and poof, that's how we apply all of our nutrients to our trees. As well as the other plow truck here has had some problems, as you can tell. A brand new trans. If you've been hanging out on the any of the live videos or the shorts, you know that with this truck being down, that means I've been plowing all of the locations that we own and operate. What I'm actually thinking is maybe that we can get one of these mowers and tractors lined up better in here, and there'll be a better use of that space than putting the single tractor out there, because it's easier to move the other tractors when there's no trailers or mowers or anything attached to the back of them. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna put a mower tractor combo right here, and then we'll start backfilling the barn to get everything in here that we need to. I don't know why, but this tractor mower combo always seems to be the most difficult for me to back up around objects. I blame the Schulte, but that's just me. I don't know. So upon some further inspection, I found out the machine inside is our 2015 set. There's two pallets here. One says 11 on it. The other one's not marked, but it's missing all the covers, and I believe that's because that machine's inside. So I'm gonna take an educated guess, and we're gonna take that one out. But first, we gotta get this forklift up and running. Always check the propane, because you never know who ran it last. Usually we leave it on. Kind of sounds like the propane's not on. So what do we think the chances are that whoever ran it last ran it out of propane and didn't change the tank or refill it? 10 out of 10 chance that's exactly what happened, but let's find out. Well, that wasn't on very tight. So I wonder, somebody knew it, didn't want to say anything, maybe just got a little lazy. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's for sure. You hate to see it. Hump this thing up there. Jesus. That's neat. Ouch. That's my finger. All right, so we got the forklift running, but we're gonna go grab those pallets here. Whoops, that's the wrong one. All right, it says no parking, but you know, we might just park here for a second. We gotta go get that catcher moved out of the way inside so that we can put this down up in the front of the shop. So I changed my mind about what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take the catcher all the way outside first, so that I'm gonna have plenty of room to get that tractor out. I'll probably have to move the hood of this one, and I'm gonna have to try and just snake that bad boy out of there. All right, so now we're gonna get the 4050 fired up. Oh, she's got a nice purr to her, boys. The nice thing about these two-wheel drive tractors is their ability to turn so much sharper. Makes getting out of these tight spaces very simple. Very simple. Just got to get the old girl in the right spot, and away we go. And away we go. So I do like this tractor. It's a very nice tractor. It's very well kept, in great condition before we got it. We use it for chop and brush. I have the video about that too, where we shred all of our brush. I'll put a link about that up. Also, that's what we use this tractor for. We're kind of looking for something that has a little more ass to it. So I think we're going to be looking for more of a 4255 instead of a 4050. So Tom's shoveling a nice path, which is where the fence is going to go. From a couple weeks ago, when we actually did the deer fence, we left this chunk out. We wanted to wait till the water froze so that we could string the rest of this fence over. Because over here in the corner, there's a deer path that they are going right through. So we're going to have to close this off. Tom made it just to the end. He's got 3/4 of a shovel left. Roll is up here above him. It's pretty frozen the snow, so we got to get that out and unroll it. Oh my God. It's all in the middle. Oh, it's lighter already. Oh, you're still shaking? I thought we were moving it. Ouch. 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 We should just have the right amount. Got it? Yep. Guys, if you haven't seen this awesome Milwaukee stapler, we'll put a link in the description down below where you guys can use it at checkout. Get yourself a nice Milwaukee staple gun. Saves your elbows in nice moments like this. Missed. Oh. Whoa, give it a tug. Give it a tug. Folks.
Specials on Thursday.
2 for 1.
2 for 1. I love skiing.
See?
Oh, that just went down my back. Oh,
that's what she said.
right off the top of the pole. Oh, fuck, my arm's stuck.
Hold on, folks.
This is what Trump should build the fence out of. Right here. Holy fuck. Oh, jeez. There it is.
Even whites. Oh. See, all this fencing material was provided by the Biden administration. Pennies on the dollar, folks. Pennies on the dollar. Let's take a look at our final product here. That's not too bad here in the middle. That corner's the worst. If you couldn't see what we were doing, we got these little clips here holding it up to the guide wire. So as we talked about before, the last thing that I have to do is get an old apple sprayer out of a different barn. I plowed it out off camera, you can see behind me. The tractor's dead, or it doesn't have enough juice, so I got the battery box, or the jump box here behind me. We're gonna take that, we're gonna hook that up, let the tractor warm up, and then we're gonna have to finagle that into the same exact spot where the 4050 was that we saw earlier. All right, so now we have our John Deere 2440. We got the jump box, we're hooked up to the cables. We're gonna try and get it to start. And hopefully this here gives it enough juice. It's a pretty solid jump box from Snap-on, so it should do the trick. I guess I hope that it starts. I'm gonna be in deep shit if the jump box falls off. Wow, that's a tough look. It might just be a little too cold for the old girl here, but sometimes these John Deeres, if you, ow, what was I saying? Sometimes with these old John Deeres, if you turn the steering wheel while you're cranking it, for some reason, I don't know, it'll actually help it start. So we're gonna try and give that a try, see if that makes any difference. That didn't do much. So that's not gonna work. I'm just gonna take the battery all the way out. We'll take it to the shop and we'll hook it up to the charger, and we'll try it again tomorrow to see if we can get this to fire back up. We're gonna have to pull the battery off. I already got the cables undone, but somebody went crazy with the battery lockdown. This is what I'm talking about. We gotta get that off. How did that battery even get in here? Did he put that in there with the sides on? Oh man, that's gonna really grind my gears. Wow. Trying to be patient, trying to work on my patience here, but you can't get the battery out without taking off the side cover. Oh my God. Here's the inside of the panel. So if you couldn't see, this beam here, or this little stake, holds the battery in place from sliding side to side. So I had to take that apart. And all that is just in order to be able to get this battery out because it's too wide to pull out from the top. So we'll put that in the truck. We'll take that up to the shop, we'll put it on the battery charger, and we'll be back tomorrow to try and get that hooked up to the tractor. All right, everybody, so it's the next day here. We've got the new battery charged up last night. I already attached the positive and negatives. We're going to get on the tractor here and we're gonna try and crank it to see if it's gonna start. We got some juice, we'll see if it makes a difference. Oh, she wants to go, guys. She wants to fire up. Woo! We did get the tractor started. It's running like you guys saw. We got the covers all back on, the battery, it's all good to go. We're gonna go ahead and pull this out, and we're gonna take it up to the shop and see if there's room inside for it still. See if we can make it out of the door here. Woo! God damn. Like a glove. One down. Two. Well, we got everything accomplished that we wanted to get done. We got our fence strung across the lake. We got the equipment out that we needed to. Got the tractor fired up. Got everything put back away. I think it's a pretty solid week. We're gonna go ahead and call it. For this video, guys, don't forget to please like the video, subscribe to the channel. YouTube wants you guys to watch this video next. So thank you guys for all the support, and we'll see you in the next one.